going because this would do, and I'll just tell you, I think you're going to have to redo it again because I think somehow it's, yeah.
All right, well, we're not going to keep you waiting any longer, Tawana, because we do have some good news to share. So welcome you all to another wonderful Fed Friday. And we're going to go ahead and get started because one thing we believe in is being on time. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in here. Oh, and clearly I still don't know what I'm doing. This is Financial Fed Fridays, and if you all welcome Facebook also, if you're just joining us, this is a webinar we do every Friday morning at 10 a.m. and we broadcast simultaneously on Facebook Live. And what we're doing with this webinar is that we're pulling back the curtain so that you can get an in-depth understanding of not only your federal benefits, but also some of the best retirement investment options. Please tell your friends to register at www.ritabrollinevents.com. And of course, if you're on Facebook, you can always find us at Your AB Solutions. So the whole purpose of our Financial Fed Friday series is we're just trying to help you understand your benefits, your money, your spending habits, and then to support and offer you solutions that will enable you to reach your financial destination. And of course, I am Darlene Jenkins, one of your hosts, and my co-host,
Dr. Rita Bailey Rowland.
Dr. Rita Bailey Rowland, absolutely. So meet us here every Friday morning and spread the good news. However, as we go through this information, please understand that the information we're sharing with you is very generic in approach. So we're giving you a broad overview because without knowing your specific situation and what you have going on, we can't customize it and tailor it to meet your needs. But if you contact us, we can absolutely put together a plan for you. And so please, with that in mind, just accept this information as general in nature, apply it where it will fit, because it definitely will fit your situation, but we can customize a plan, right, Rita?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So thank you for understanding. And of course, we're at the end of June, and this month our theme was helping pave the road towards retirement. Now, this particular subject, whether you're heading towards retirement or you're in retirement, it is going to be crucial. Because what we're doing is the whole purpose is we're just trying to storm-proof your retirement. What does that mean? Guard against anything that could come against you having the type of retirement that you want, meaning your money, being able to afford the life you have right now in retirement. So we've been going over the perfect storm because there are some things that are brewing, that are coming, that could potentially impact your standard of living in retirement and before you retire. So last week, the things we've covered, those things, let me just say, are inflation, the sequence of returns. We covered that last week, meaning how the market is fluctuating and how that affects your account. The stock bubble, the bond bubble, longevity, and then the 4% rule. And we're going to get into all of these things. But this week, we're going over the stock bubble. Okay, and what it means for you.
Boom.
Boom. So this chart right here, this is very important to understand what's going on in the stock market. We have a general idea like, okay, I know when the market goes up, I make money. When the market goes down, I lose money. However, we also need to look at the trends, because what happens with a lot of us is that, hey, we're just along for the ride, but we're not looking out into the future. And so Rita and my job is to help you do just that, not stay where you are, but take you out into the future so you can see what may happen and then bring you back to today so that we can plan against it and do something about it. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to look at the S&P 500, which is the benchmark for how well the market is doing. So this chart that I'm going over, this is showing from 1980 to March of 2018, this year, okay? So we have to look at how many declines have we had in the market. We're having some good times right now. So this is important because these declines are cyclical. What is it called, Rita? The bull market and the bear market are cyclical. So, and many of you, if you're on here, you were working during all of these bear markets. So from August of 1987 to October, just in those 2 months, excuse me, the market lost 30%. But you were working, right? So it wasn't a big deal. The S&P was at 330 and it dropped down to 230. But then it kept steadily progressing. And then in 2000 to 2002, we lost 46% of our account values. And we know that also encompassed 9/11 in there. But some of us, our accounts took a hit. We still wasn't over the heartburn we were experiencing from 2002 when 2007 happened. And we lost 53%.
Wow.
Of our account balances. 53%. That was 9 years ago. So from 9 years ago to now, okay, we have not experienced another downturn. We've not had another dip in the market, another correction in the market. So 216% increase over the last 9 years. We're again in the longest bull market that we've had. Now, based on this information that I've just shared with you, what can you tell us, what do you think is going to be happening next? Just type something in real quick. What do you see happening? Because we're on here to help you, but we need to make sure that you are understanding the information we're giving you. Rita, did you have something you wanted to add?
No, just, for them to understand that everything, whether it's the stock market, is, your real estate, they all have their ups and their downs, and not that we can ever really plan for it or we know the exact date, but we can plan and put some safeguards because it's important for us to be. Now, Jerry said,
Happy birthday.
Yeah, okay. And you said thank you. So I thought it was a comment. So you guys think about, okay, so let's keep going.
Okay. So the logical conclusion is the next bear market is coming. It's coming. But when is it coming? And now, please, Rita and I, we're not here trying to scare you. We're here trying to inform you so that you are prepared. Because if your house were on fire, would you want someone to say, hey, I see some smoke coming from, out back, but you don't see the smoke yet. You're like, my house not on fire, ain't no smoke. You don't want to wait till you see the smoke, till you see the fire to call the fire department because it will engulf your whole home by then. So we're just trying to make sure you're prepared. And what you need to know is the next bear market is coming. Now, Rita, we went over this last week, the impact of having losses. Go ahead and go over this again with our callers on the line as well as our attendees here on Facebook and on the webinar.
It's just making sure that we understand that the losses have a greater impact. So Jenkins, if you click the first time, you think about it, if you had a 40% loss, you need 67% gain to come back that loss. So if you just lost 40%, your money has to increase by 67%. If you lost 50%, you would need 100%. Now we assuming that if the market did 10% a year average return, it would take you 10 years just to get back to where you were. Assuming this happened in 2018 and the market dropped, like we think there's a bear coming. When we don't know, but let's assume it dropped. It could take you 10 years. You're well into either you're about to retire in the next few years or you're about to retire in 4 or 5 years. Could you withstand taken 10 more years to bring your account back up. And I remember Javon, I think she's on Facebook. We went to go see a client of hers, and it was about 3 years ago. And she actually said that her account hadn't lost from '09. But what she had not counted was she was doing $600 something per pay period. When we added up from '09 to that, I think me and Javon saw her in like 12 or 13, we added up all of her bi-weekly deductions, out of her paycheck. Her account had grown only by what she had put in. It blew her mind. So she thought she had all of this growth. The growth was her own money. She hadn't had any growth. She actually had less. So understanding the impact when your market dropped, what your account needs to gain. Assuming you didn't add a dime, you need 10 years at 10% to bring your balance back up. Many times we don't see it because we're looking at what we're adding every month. That's being added to our account. So we got to separate the two to really see our growth.
And Rita, something else that we often don't talk about is when we have a bear market, the average length of a bear market is 15 months. So that's almost a year and a half. Now, with everything that's going on right now, our debt constantly rising. We've just had this huge tax bill to pass that were tax cuts for us. But guess what else? When they cut our taxes, and this is what we have to understand, when they cut taxes, that means they're not going to have that revenue coming in. So now we're in a bear market. There's no revenue, not enough revenue coming in. That equals another recession. So now we have a recession, inflation going up, our money is going down, and you're trying to walk out the door, or you're out the door. So that brings us to the first question that we want to ask. We have a couple of questions that we want to ask. And this is the first one. Just type in yes or no. So the first question is, if we experience a market decline of 30 to 40%, as we did in 2009, would it impact your retirement? Either the date you're trying to go, or if you're already retirement, how is that going to affect you? If you're on Facebook, please take a piece of paper or type it in so we can see.
Type it in.
Right now, everybody is saying yes, it's going to impact them. So if it's going to impact you, now the next question we have, because this is important, if that happens, would you still be able to retire? Can you retire if the market went down next year? Let's just say we ride this out. We ride it out. And next year, the market declines 40, 50% as it did in 2009. Would you still be able to retire? How would that affect you? Are you dependent on, is Social Security a part of your retirement picture? We had one person that said, yes, I'll still be able to retire. So our other participants, how is it going to affect your retirement picture? The money that you're going to have coming in, how is it going to affect it? Some people are not sure. I don't know what's going to happen. That's why we're on here.
They're not talking to us today, but keep going. That's fine.
Yeah, these are questions that you have to ask, excuse me, that you're going to have to answer for yourself either now and put a plan together, or you're going to be trying to figure it out when you're in the midst of the storm.
So wait a minute, we got some comments. She said crash but with no money. Yeah, so you could retire, but they're saying they could retire with no money, and that therein lies the problem.
Right. Now, let's say you're retired. Now imagine you're retired and you're drawing on your money. If that were to happen, would you be able to stay retired, or would you have to go back to work? If the market went down 30 to 40%, and you are in retirement, would you be able to stay retired, or do you think you're going to have to go back to work?
I will have to go back to work. Let me tell y'all the truth. I will have to go back to work if it happens today.
I would not. Yeah, I would definitely have to go back to work. I would be back at work. Y'all may see me at Walmart, Target, Claire's, I don't know, saying, baby, come over here. Let me help you pick this out, because I would be a senior citizen. But if I lost that value in my account, it's not going to be a pretty picture. And this is the last question we have for you. So many of you on here, if you're in the government, Social Security is going to be a part of your retirement picture. Now, remember, a lot of you may not know this, but Congress, for the first time since 1987, has actually had to go into the Social Security Trust Fund and pay the benefits. That means there's not enough money coming in. So there's going to have to be an adjustment, and they had to go into Medicare to help that trust fund to help pay for some of the Medicare costs around the Part A for the hospital bill. So if you are expecting Social Security in retirement, because Congress is going to have to do something. If they were to cut benefits, raise taxes, or increase the eligibility age, or do some combination of all three, would the changes impact your retirement outlook? If you're not getting Social Security, of course, it won't. But for those of you that are expecting Social Security, if they were to raise the age that you were eligible to get Social Security, would you still be able to do it?
Yes. I would have to, it would have an impact on me.
Yes.
Facebook said, Javon, some people said, hey, we'll go work at Sam's Club. You said you're going to Claire's. I'm going to Panera Bread because I like their food. But let's just get ourselves together. That's why we're here today, y'all. So let's keep this thing going.
So we just wanted to bring those questions to the forefront of your mind. We have to start thinking. So what can we do? So we've shown you what could be, what is coming. We just don't know when it's coming. So Rita, you want to go ahead and go over, this is a strategy that we have discussed before that can help combat the bear when it attacks, because it's coming.
And so part of the thing, important question that we always ask, and that what portion of your actual retirement money do you want to secure? So whatever that portion is that you don't want the bear to eat up, you may want to look at a strategy that can help secure. One, guarantee you income for life. So annuities that we've been talking about all month can supplement your income from your 401ks, your thrift savings, and Social Security. So many times the problem is that you're taking an annuity from a vehicle that can take the up and down too, or you're stuck at this low amount. So the income annuity allows us to be able to get an income for life, and it doesn't have the market won't have any impact on it. You're also to ensure that your spouse has adequate retirement funds. So they typically can include features where you can allow your spouse to continue receiving that check for the rest of their lives. I know you love your spouse. You guys created this wealth together. You would hate to have to leave, and once you finish, the funds are gone too. So this allows that. It's also one of the concerns is that we're concerned about this economic downturn. We just talked about how this bear is coming. It is roaring and it is ready to take some people out. Having an annuity, it protects you against the downside. And so you don't have to worry about going up, going down, screaming, crying. You can still take that retirement date. So retirement for many people is not just about a date. It's not just about what day I'm living. Can I afford to live in my retirement regardless as to what's going on? And one person said yes, the rest of us said no, which means you got to make sure you have your money in a place where it won't take the ups and the downs.
Technical difficulties.
Thinking about that thing is stay too long. Peace of mind for risk averse clients. So if you don't like any risk and you want to take advantage of, you don't take advantage of the downside protection, then an index annuity allow you to sleep at night and worrying about this bear, because we're talking about it today. If you already starting to worry, if your chest, if your heart is beating a little faster. That means you need to be talking to us. So part of your money needs to go into a vehicle that allows you to still sleep when the market is doing well and when the market is not doing good. So you need to make sure you talk to us, and you can leave something to your children. You don't want to have an event that like an annuity or pension on your job, and when you leave, your kids don't get anything. With the annuity, you're able to leave your loved ones whatever is left into your account. And that for your family could mean a big deal to them. So I had a client that passed away. She only had used the money for about 6 years. Her family still got over $200,000 because of the vehicle that she had. So there's so many ways that you can structure it to fit what you need for you and your family.
Exactly. And Rita, even if your heart isn't beating right now, just wouldn't it be wise? How much, this is the question that Rita said. How important is it to you to at least protect a portion of your retirement assets and income? So while you're thinking, you can see the little piggy on the right, he's concerned like, oh Lord, am I getting ready to get smashed? So after the bear attacks, what is your retirement savings going to look like? Is it going to look like this? You got to start all over. Done got smashed and now he's trying to recuperate. Or if you have your money in a safe, fixed vehicle that's still earning money, that's shielded against, see, it's locked up safe and sound in a steel pig. Can't be attacked. So ask yourself, what's going to be best for you? How do you want your savings to look on the back end and during the bear market? So what's going to be right for you? We don't know. Please contact us today. That's all we're saying. Contact us so we can map out a strategy and look at what's going on so we can bear-proof your retirement.
Absolutely.
And this whole purpose, what we're doing is just planning. As Alan Lakin said, planning is looking out to the future and then bringing it back into the present so that you can do something about it now.
Absolutely.
Like having a crystal ball. Oh, that's going to happen? Let me do it. Because if we had some insider trading information, we would act on that, right? So we can get rich. Well, we just gave you all some insider information. You can act on it right now.
Absolutely.
So if you're on the phone, thank you for our phone callers. Thank you for our Facebook listeners. Please contact us. You can reach us in our office. Our phone number is 301-577-6340, or you can always email us at info, I-N-F-O, at yourabsolutions, with an S, inc.com. Info at yourabsolutionsinc.com. And of course, you can ask for Rita Bailey Rowland or Darlene Jenkins. We have a whole team here. We will definitely be able to assist you. So thank you so much for joining us. Let us help you chart your course. We're here for you. If you have any questions, please type them in now. Any concerns, anything on your heart, any information. You all, my birthday is Monday, so that's something everybody can type in right now.
So just so as you think about this week, begin to start. If you have not thought about it, or if you just haven't taken this thing serious, really start to ask yourself, if this bear does come, look at your finance, pull out your thrift savings statement, pull out your 401k, your 403b, your IRA, your Roth, whatever. Pull out all of those retirement funds, add them up. Ask yourself, what will I need to make it in retirement? If you don't have enough now, can you afford to lose any of what you have? If you have plenty, what portion of that can you afford not to lose? Those are the questions, that we ask. Remember them. And over the weekend, up until the 4th, Independence Day is about us really being independent. And if we don't have enough money financially, then we're financially dependent on someone or some system. And Javon just told me that Panera Bread don't hire old people. Now that she said it, they really don't. So Javon, I'm going to have to take my second choice, which is Chick-fil-A. Because they do. They do. I've seen a few people in the senior years at Chick-fil-A, but that's not going to be our choice, because our choice is we're going to get our things in order now and move and shift our funds. Of course, we do index annuity, so we have them, but it's important for you to look at yourself and not keep putting it off. Procrastination is the thief of tomorrow, and we can't afford nothing still out tomorrow, because the old Rita is going to have a real problem with the one today who has not planned for her. So please let us help. And guess what? You may not have it all together. Maybe you've been waiting. You get on every week. You like this information. Stop what you're doing. Pick up the phone. Part of our job is to help you get in a good position. You can't, it's almost like we don't go to church because we got it together already. Most people come to the Lord because what? We jacked up and we need some help to get there. People come to financial planners to not just help them get a plan, but maybe take what they have and help to strategize it better. So please reach out and call us.
Absolutely. And Rita, just one quick thing, because we have quite a few federal workers on here. And even if you have a 401k that has a safe fund, but I'm speaking specifically to our federal employees on here. Some, just dropped in my spirit. Some people like, oh, okay, I have the G fund, that'll keep it safe. Well, this 2019 budget that they're going to, look as if it's moving forward to get implemented, they're revamping the G fund. So the interest that will be credited to the G fund, the way they're doing it, you will be earning what you are earning in your checking account.
Wow.
Basically.
And that's nothing.
And that's nothing, because right now the G fund is calculated as if it's a long-term investment. So you get a little higher return. And you say higher return, it's only paying 1-2%. Exactly. So when they revamp it to credit it as if it's a short-term investment, something you can go in and out of, then the interest rate is going to be much lower. So that's why the interest rate on your savings account is so low, because they know you can come and get it anytime you want to. That's how they're going to be crediting the G fund. So you're getting 1%, maybe 1.5%. You can expect 0.25% interest rate. And if inflation is at 3-4%, you're losing money.
You're in the minus.
You're in the minus.
And that's without the bear.
And that's without the bear. Thank you, Rita. So please give us a call. Let's strategize something for you, because changes are coming and we want to weatherproof you for those changes that are going to be coming. So thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions.
Hold on. For everybody who can't help me, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Go, Dolly. It's your birthday. Go, Dolly. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
I just do that on Facebook. Lord, the world know I can't sing. But from my heart, in the hearts of everybody who wish you happy birthday. Happy birthday,
Thank you. And we will see you back here. Yes, we will be on July the 5th. Is that the 5th, Rita?
It's the 6th. That's okay, y'all. She's getting older.
Yeah, so we'll see you back here next Friday. Have a great weekend, everybody.
I'm ending. I'll call you. See ya.
Okay, safe travels.
Thanks.